Hello, if you're reading this, it's likely you've traveled a long path in life. Perhaps you've overcome many difficult challenges, built a family, established a career, and achieved significant milestones along the way. Yet, as you enter the later chapters of your journey, you might find yourself rethinking what life truly means, what really matters, and how you want to spend your time. Instead of continuing to chase goals set by others or society, perhaps now is the time to live life on your own terms, finding joy in simplicity and peace. I want to share with you a simple message that may change how you approach your current stage of life. Slow down, focus on what truly holds value, and savor every moment life offers. 1. Slow down. The key to finding true happiness. Throughout much of our lives, we are swept up in the fast pace of daily responsibilities, tasks, and goals that need to be completed. We've been conditioned to keep running, to achieve success, accumulate wealth, and meet the expectations of society. But at a certain point, it's time to ask yourself, what really makes me happy right now? Slowing down doesn't mean giving up on your dreams or stopping your efforts. Instead, it allows you the space and time to enjoy life in its fullness. It's about finding joy in the small moments, the simple things that you may have overlooked in the busy years. Slowing down also gives you the chance to reconnect deeply with yourself, with those around you, and with the natural world. Give yourself permission to slow down. Take time to breathe deeply, enjoy quiet mornings, and cherish moments spent with loved ones. These simple, peaceful moments will become treasured memories and a profound source of mental and emotional fulfillment. 2. Reassess what matters. Time is more precious than wealth. Throughout life, we are often taught that success and personal value are measured by career accomplishments, financial wealth, or material achievements. However, as you enter this phase of life, you may realize that time is the most precious asset. Time is irreplaceable, and once it passes, it can never be recovered. You may find yourself asking, am I using my time meaningfully? If the answer is no, perhaps it's time to shift your perspective. Instead of continuing to pursue wealth or accolades, start dedicating your time to what brings you real joy. This might mean spending more time with your family, sharing moments of laughter, or simply giving yourself permission to relax and unwind. While money and possessions can provide financial security, they cannot replace the priceless experiences or the valuable time spent with loved ones. When you learn to treasure your time, you'll find that life becomes richer in ways no material wealth can ever match. 3. Reduce commitments. Focus on meaningful experiences. During much of life, we are often burdened by countless responsibilities and obligations. Work, family, and social relationships all demand a significant investment of our time and energy. But as you transition into this new stage of life, you have the right to choose fewer commitments and instead focus on experiences that truly matter to you. Now is the time to ask yourself, what can I let go of to live more lightly? Perhaps you've spent most of your life taking care of others, juggling work and family. But now, you can take the time to care for yourself. You can choose to enjoy life in the way that suits you best, free from unnecessary duties or societal pressures. The experiences that bring real meaning to life might be simple things like a walk in nature, pursuing creative or athletic activities, or spending quiet, meaningful time with family and friends. Let these experiences take center stage in your life, helping you feel more fulfilled and whole. 4. Find joy in simplicity. We often look for happiness in grand achievements and significant milestones, but it's often the small, simple things that bring the most profound joy. a peaceful morning with a hot cup of coffee, a relaxing afternoon with a good book, or a quiet moment in nature. These are the things that provide a sense of inner peace and contentment that no material possession can compare to. Take the time to rediscover the joy in things you might have overlooked before. It could be nurturing a small garden, preparing a delicious meal for your family, or simply watching the sunset. These moments not only enrich your life, but also bring a sense of peace and fulfillment that stays with you. The joy that comes from simplicity doesn't require much effort or money, but it brings balance and satisfaction in ways that material wealth cannot replace. 5. Learn to let go of what's no longer needed. One of the most important lessons as we grow older is learning how to let go. Life is full of expectations from work, relationships, and future plans, and we often feel the need to control everything. However, as you mature, you realize that not everything is within your control, and that's perfectly okay. Letting go doesn't mean giving up, but rather learning to accept that some things can't be changed and don't need to be controlled. When you release unrealistic expectations and unnecessary pressures, you'll find more freedom and time to focus on what truly matters. Let go of relationships that no longer serve you, obligations that are no longer relevant, and goals that no longer align with who you are today. As you let go, you'll feel lighter and happier, keeping only what truly adds value to your life. 6. Free yourself from others' judgments. In our younger years, we often worry about how others perceive us. We try to meet the expectations of society and those around us, even if it doesn't bring us happiness. But as you grow older, you begin to realize that others' judgments no longer hold as much importance as you once thought. This is the time to live your life according to your own standards, without conforming to societal norms or rules. You don't owe anyone explanations or proofs of your worth. Your life is yours, and you deserve to live it in the way that brings you the most comfort and joy. Wear what makes you feel good, do what you love, and don't let others' opinions dictate your choices. This is your time to live freely, comfortably, and without concern for the judgments of others. 7. Cherish every moment with gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful keys to finding true happiness. When we are grateful for what we have, even the smallest things, we become less focused on what we've lost or haven't yet achieved. Focus on what you're grateful for in life, whether it's family, health, or the simple joys of everyday life. Take time each day to reflect on the things you're thankful for. This practice not only helps you feel more content with your current life, but also cultivates a spirit of optimism and balance. Gratitude allows you to savor life more fully, helping you appreciate every moment and find joy in even the simplest of things. 8. Redefine your life's purpose, finding meaning in the small things. In earlier stages of life, you may have tied your sense of purpose to grand achievements, a successful career, recognition, or social milestones. But as you move into this phase of life, your purpose doesn't need to be attached to large, far-reaching goals. Instead, it can be found in the small, yet deeply meaningful things in daily life. Maybe your purpose now is to care for your family, support your friends, or simply share the wisdom and experiences you've gained with younger generations. You might also find fulfillment in activities like gardening, cooking, or participating in charitable or community work. Small acts done with heart and sincerity can offer more value than any grand achievement. Let these moments of meaning define your purpose, helping you feel more enriched and complete. 9. Live for the present. Enjoy each day as it comes. Life is often filled with worries about the future and regrets about the past. But as you pass through different phases of life, the most important lesson is learning to live in the present. Focus on what you can do right now, what you can enjoy today, instead of worrying about what's yet to come or what has already passed. Living in the present doesn't mean forgetting the past or future, but rather learning to appreciate each moment as it comes. Now is the time to pause, take a breath, and enjoy what life brings you in the here and now. Embrace life, day by day, hour by hour, moment by moment. Each moment is a gift, and you should treasure it. Don't let worries about tomorrow stop you from enjoying the joy of today. Thank you for taking the time to reflect with me on what truly matters in life. After traveling through many challenges and achieving great success, perhaps now is the time to slow down. Let go of unnecessary pressures and enjoy the peaceful moments. You deserve to live freely, happily, and fully in the days ahead. Cherish every moment, every small joy, and let gratitude guide you on this path. As I approached my late 50s, specifically at the age of 58, I realized something profoundly important. Life is too short to waste on things that don't add value. Reaching this milestone made me stop and think about how I had been living, and more importantly, how I wanted to live going forward. It's a time of reflection, recalibration, and a conscious effort to redefine what really matters. For most of my younger years, I was caught up in the hustle, chasing goals, and following routines that I thought would make me happy or successful. But over time, I started seeing things differently. Some of the habits and mindsets I once held dear no longer served me, and letting go of them has led to a deeper sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment. Here are 9 life-changing things I quit after turning 58, and how doing so has truly transformed my life. 1. I quit working just to stay busy. Back in my 30s, 40s, and even my early 50s, I was all about the grind, long hours, extra projects, and constantly saying yes to more work. It felt like the only way to prove myself and keep climbing the career ladder. But after 58 factorial, I started to question this endless hustle. I realized that working just to stay busy, or for the sake of habit, wasn't fulfilling anymore. The exhaustion from long hours at work began to take a toll on my physical and mental health. So I made the decision to work more intentionally. Now, I ask myself, why am I working these extra hours? What's the purpose? If the work doesn't align with my values or goals, I step back. Instead of spending endless hours behind a desk, I find joy in spending time with loved ones or pursuing hobbies. I've learned that real wealth in our later years isn't measured by the size of our paycheck, but by the richness of our experiences and the depth of our relationships. 2. I quit mindless spending. For most of my life, I bought into the idea that more stuff equals more happiness. From clothes I didn't need to gadgets that quickly lost their novelty, I spent money without really thinking. But as I neared 60, it hit me. Material things rarely bring lasting joy. Mindless spending is often just a way to fill a void or keep up with what society tells us we should have. Now, I only buy things that truly add value to my life, whether it's an experience that feeds my soul or something that genuinely improves my quality of life. I spend with intention. It's not just about saving money, though that's a nice bonus. It's about being more mindful of what really brings happiness. 3. I quit sweating the small stuff. Life is far too short to get worked up over things that don't matter in the grand scheme of things. When I was younger, I used to stress over every little inconvenience. Traffic jams, Disagreements at work, or even minor miscommunications could ruin my day. But once I reached 58, I started asking myself, will this matter a year from now? If the sweating the small stuff wasn't just robbing me of joy, it was draining my energy. I realized that constantly stressing over things I couldn't control didn't change anything except my mood. So, I learned to focus on what I could control and let the rest be. Now, when challenges arise, I take a step back, breathe, and ask myself if it's worth getting upset about. This mindset shift has been incredibly freeing. Life is unpredictable and messy, but embracing that instead of fighting it has brought me a sense of peace I never knew I needed. 4. I quit neglecting self-care. For years, I put myself on the back burner, whether it was my career, my family, or other responsibilities. I always found reasons to prioritize everything and everyone else over my own well-being. After turning 58 factorial, I finally understood that taking care of myself wasn't selfish. It was essential. I started making self-care a non-negotiable part of my life. This doesn't just mean exercising or eating healthy, though those are important, but also caring for my mental and emotional health. I meditate, practice gratitude, and make time for the things that bring me joy. Whether it's reading a good book, taking a walk in nature, or just sitting in quiet reflection, I've learned that self-care is about honoring my own needs. When I'm at my best, I'm better able to show up for the people I care about and live the life I truly want to live. 5. I quit overcommitting to others. For most of my life, I was a people pleaser. I said yes to every invitation, favor, and commitment, even when I didn't really want to. I didn't want to disappoint anyone or seem selfish, so I spread myself thin, constantly putting other people's needs before my own. But as I approached my late 50s, I realized that time is precious and finite. Saying yes to everything was leaving me exhausted and unfulfilled. So, I learned the power of saying no. This doesn't mean I don't help people or attend important events. It just means I'm more mindful about how I spend my time and energy. If something doesn't align with my values or feels draining rather than nourishing, I decline. This shift has given me more space to invest in the things and people that truly matter. And it has allowed me to approach my relationships with authenticity and sincerity. Saying no doesn't make me selfish. It makes me intentional. 6. I quit maintaining unhealthy relationships. We all have those relationships that linger out of obligation, habit, or even guilt, whether it was with friends, colleagues, or even family. I held on to relationships that didn't make me feel good. After turning 58 factorial, I finally gave myself permission to let go of these unhealthy connections. This wasn't about ending friendships with resentment or hostility. It was about recognizing that some relationships simply no longer served me. I now focus on cultivating relationships that are built on mutual respect, love, and understanding. If a relationship feels draining or toxic, I no longer force myself to maintain it. Letting go of unhealthy relationships has been one of the hardest yet most liberating things I've ever done. It has allowed me to surround myself with people who uplift and inspire me, and I feel lighter and more at peace as a result. 7. I quit ignoring my physical and mental health. For decades, I put off taking care of my body and mind. Like so many people, I always thought I'd get to it later. But after turning 58, I realized that later had arrived, and I could no longer afford to neglect my health. The phrase, health is wealth, may sound cliché, but it holds undeniable truth. Good health is the foundation for a fulfilling life. Without it, even the simplest joys can become out of reach. Now, I make staying active a priority. I've adopted a regular exercise routine that works for me. Nothing extreme, just daily walks and light strength training. It not only keeps me physically fit, but also clears my mind and reduces stress. Additionally, I pay close attention to my mental health by practicing mindfulness, gratitude, and meditation. Nurturing both my body and mind has been transformative, allowing me to live with greater vitality and clarity. 8. I quit procrastinating on personal goals. Time feels like it speeds up as we get older, and the dreams I once had started to feel like distant memories. For years, I postponed pursuing personal projects and passions, always telling myself that there would be time later. But turning 58 made me realize that later isn't guaranteed. I stopped waiting for the perfect moment and began taking action on the things I've always wanted to do. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, learning a new skill, or finishing that long-forgotten project, I've committed to making the most of the time I have now. No more waiting. No more excuses. I've learned that the perfect moment is the one I create today. 9. I quit comparing myself to others. One of the most toxic habits I carried through much of my life was comparing myself to others. Whether it was about career success, material possessions, or even physical appearance, I was constantly measuring myself against those around me. And let me tell you, it never led to happiness. But after turning 58, I finally realized that comparison is truly the thief of joy. Everyone's path is different, and there is no one-size-fits-all definition of success or happiness. Now, I focus on my own journey, appreciating the richness of my experiences and the lessons I've learned along the way. Letting go of the need to compare has brought me greater peace and contentment. I no longer waste time worrying about where I should be based on someone else's life. Instead, I embrace where I am and feel grateful for the life I've built. Letting go of these 9 things after turning 58 has been nothing short of transformative. It's allowed me to live more intentionally, focus on what truly matters, and embrace the next chapter of my life with a renewed sense of purpose and joy. If you're approaching or already in this stage of life, I encourage you to reflect on what you might need to quit in order to live more fully. Life is precious, and we owe it to ourselves to make the most of the time we have. As I reflect on my 85 years of life, I can't help but think about all the wisdom I've gathered along the way. Life has a way of teaching you lessons that no amount of success, wealth, or personal achievement can truly prepare you for. Many of these lessons I would have never grasped in my younger years. But if I could sit down with my 62-year-old self and offer some advice, I would want to share what I've learned over these past decades in hopes that my younger self, or anyone at that pivotal stage of life, could embrace the journey ahead with more clarity, patience, and purpose. Life, as it turns out, is less about accomplishing every goal and more about cherishing every moment. The value of our lives isn't measured by the milestones we pass, but by the relationships we nurture, the peace we cultivate, and the joy we find in the everyday simplicity. These are the lessons I'd tell myself. Were I able to travel back in time to my early 60s? 1. The power of silence is profound. When I was 62, I still believed that I had to make my voice heard, that every disagreement or misunderstanding required me to set the record straight. I was full of the urge to defend myself, to explain my point of view, and to make sure others saw things my way. But with the benefit of time, I've come to realize that silence is often the most powerful response. Silence isn't a sign of weakness or defeat. It's a demonstration of strength. It shows control, patience, and wisdom. When you choose not to engage in every argument, every conflict, or every moment of chaos, you are choosing to preserve your own peace of mind. Silence can diffuse tension, create space for reflection, and prevent unnecessary harm. If you find that your presence is no longer appreciated, stepping back quietly is a way of respecting yourself. Walking away doesn't mean you've lost, but that you value your peace more than winning an argument. At 85, I understand that keeping quiet doesn't make you less. It makes you wise. It gives you room to breathe, to think, and to prioritize what truly matters. 2. Wrinkles are a badge of honor. Like many others, I used to dread the idea of growing old. I feared the day when my face would show the marks of time, and I tried to hold on to the appearance of youth. But now, at 85, I see things differently. Each wrinkle on my face tells a story, a chapter of my life written in lines and folds. These wrinkles are not a sign of weakness or decline. They are symbols of strength, resilience, and experience. They are physical reminders of all the laughter, tears, joy, and sorrow I've experienced over the years. I no longer see aging as something to fight against. Instead, I embrace it as a privilege that not everyone gets to enjoy. Every gray hair is a testament to the life I've lived, and every line on my skin is a marker of survival, of having lived through so many different moments in time. At 62, I wish I had understood that aging is a badge of honor, not a burden to carry. Youth may bring beauty, but age brings wisdom, and wisdom is far more valuable than any external appearance. 3. True joy comes from simplicity. In my younger years, I chased after success, possessions, and accomplishments. I thought happiness was about having more money, more recognition, more things. I believed that if I could just achieve my next goal, I'd finally feel fulfilled. But the reality is, the older I've become, the more I've realized that joy isn't found in accumulation. It's found in simplicity. The happiest moments in my life have not been about acquiring new things or reaching career milestones. They've been the small, quiet moments, sharing a meal with loved ones, walking barefoot through a garden, watching the sun set on a peaceful evening. As I reflect on my life, the things that brought me the most joy were often the simplest. At 85, I cherish the little things more than anything else. Simplicity has become my greatest teacher. Life doesn't need to be grand to be meaningful. It's in the quiet moments that we often find the deepest peace. 4th, let go of unfulfilled dreams. I carried the weight of unfulfilled dreams for far too long. I used to think that if I didn't accomplish certain things by a certain age, I had failed. That if I hadn't reached every milestone or made every dream come true, I wasn't living fully. But time has shown me that not every dream is meant to be realized, and that's okay. At 62, I still had dreams that seemed unreachable. I believed I needed to hold on to them no matter what, and it made me feel like I was missing out. But as I've aged, I've learned that letting go of those dreams doesn't mean giving up. It means making room for new dreams, new possibilities, and new joys. It means understanding that life doesn't always unfold the way you plan, but that's part of its beauty. Unfulfilled dreams aren't failures. They are simply ideas that didn't come to fruition. Sometimes, we hold on to things because we think they define us, but letting go can be the most freeing thing you do. It allows you to live fully in the present, appreciating the opportunities you have rather than mourning those that never came to be. 5. Time is your most precious resource. At 62, I still felt like time was infinite. I thought I had all the time in the world to do everything I wanted to do. But the truth is, time moves faster than we realize. And it's the most precious resource we have. It's something you can never get back once it's spent. Now, at 85, I understand the value of each moment more than ever. I no longer take time for granted. Every day, every hour, every minute is an opportunity to live fully, to love deeply, and to be present. Don't wait until tomorrow to do the things that matter. Don't wait to tell someone you love them, to pursue a passion, or to make a change in your life. I would tell my younger self to treasure time. It's not something to be wasted on things that don't bring joy or fulfillment. Use it wisely, and you'll find that the moments you truly cherish are the ones that matter most. 6. Relationships matter more than anything else. In my 60s, I spent a lot of time focused on my career, my ambitions, and my personal achievements. I thought that success was about what I accomplished in the world. But now I know that what truly matters is the people you love and the relationships you build. Your career may give you financial security, but it won't hold your hand when you're feeling down, nor will it laugh with you at family gatherings or be there to comfort you when times are tough. Relationships are the foundation of a meaningful life. Without them, no amount of success can fill the void. At 85, I've learned that the love of family, the support of friends, and the connections you make with others are the true markers of a life well lived. Don't let the pursuit of material success overshadow the importance of the people who care about you. In the end, it's the relationships you nurture that will bring you the most happiness and peace. 7. Good health is priceless. In my younger years, I didn't think much about my health. I ate what I wanted, slept when I could, and didn't worry too much about exercise or self-care. But as I've grown older, I've realized that good health is the foundation upon which everything else in life is built. Without it, even the most joyous moments are harder to enjoy. Take care of your body, nourish it, and treat it with the respect it deserves. Don't wait until you're older to start paying attention to your health. The better you take care of yourself now, the more you'll be able to enjoy life in the years to come. Exercise regularly, eat healthy foods, and get enough rest. These simple habits can make a world of difference in how you feel as you age. 8. Failure is not the end. It's a lesson. At 62, I was afraid of failure. I avoided risks because I didn't want to be seen as unsuccessful or make a mistake that I couldn't recover from. But now I understand that failure is not something to be feared. In fact, failure is one of life's greatest teachers. Every time I failed, I've learned something valuable, whether it was about myself, my abilities, or the world around me. Failure has always brought with it important lessons. It's through failure that we grow, that we become stronger, and that we develop resilience. At 85, I see that failure isn't an end, it's a beginning. It's a stepping stone to success, and it helps shape you into the person you're meant to be. Don't be afraid to take risks or to fail. The greatest achievements in life often come after the greatest struggles. 9. Live for yourself, not for others. Throughout my life, I often found myself living for the approval of others. I wanted to be liked, respected, and admired, and I thought that meant living up to other people's expectations. But now I know that the only person you need to impress is yourself. Don't waste your life trying to please everyone around you. Live authentically, follow your passions, and do what makes you happy. At 85, I've learned that people's opinions of you will change over time, but the peace that comes from living true to yourself will always remain. 10. Every day is a new beginning. At 62, I sometimes felt like my opportunities were limited. I thought that if I hadn't achieved certain things by that age, it was too late. But life has shown me that every day is a chance to start fresh. It's never too late to pursue a new goal, develop a new skill, or embrace a new passion. Life is full of opportunities. No matter your age, don't be afraid to reinvent yourself or to change course. Each new day is a gift, a chance to live the life you want, no matter what stage you're in. 11th, gratitude is the key to a happy life. If there's one thing I wish I had practiced more when I was younger, it's gratitude. Gratitude is the foundation of happiness. When you focus on what you have, rather than what you lack, you begin to see the world through a lens of abundance. Even in difficult times, there is always something to be grateful for. At 85, I wake up each day with gratitude in my heart. I'm thankful for the people in my life, for the lessons I've learned, and for the simple joys that each day brings. When you live with gratitude, you realize that happiness isn't about having everything. It's about appreciating everything. As I sit here at 85, reflecting on my life, I see that the greatest lessons I've learned didn't come from books or achievements, but from the everyday experiences that shaped me. If I could go back and share my wisdom with my 62-year-old self, I would tell them to cherish the people they love, to live fully in the moment, and to embrace the journey with gratitude and grace.